Welcome back. So just how often do you find yourself having to dodge potholes? The South African National Roads Agency has slammed claims that there are 25 million potholes in South African roads. The former president of the South African Roads Federation, Mutshutssu Nxumalo, mentioned this number at last year's SARF Conference. Now, Sanral Spokesperson Vusi Mona is here to set the record straight with us, and he joins us for this conversation. Vusi, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you. We saw the statement by Sanral clearly denying these claims by Mr. Nxumalo that there are indeed 25 million potholes in the country.
Well, we don't know how that figure was arrived at. And let me just state up front that we understand the severity of the problem. Sanral disputing the 25 million figure is by no means a denial of the serious challenge that we face when it comes to potholes. But 25 million is a bit of an exaggeration to us, because in South Africa, you have 168,000 paved roads. When you take that 25 million, you divide it by 168, that gives you 149 potholes per kilometer, which is improbable.
In your view, I mean, what could that number possibly look like, the number of potholes?
Look, we have launched an app to get to grips with the number. We've asked members of the public to report potholes that they see, but critically, we are working with provinces and municipalities responsible for some parts of the 750,000 kilometers that we have in South Africa. It's when the data starts coming in from provinces, from municipalities, that we will have a picture. I would not hazard a guess now. There's over 100 municipalities, there's 9 provinces. Let's get the cooperation going between us, the provinces and municipalities. Let's get the data coming in, and then we'll have a sense of the extent of the problem.
Yeah, but obviously I can imagine the number of complaints you're receiving around, potholes or the impact of potholes on motorists. That surely should be coming to you at quite a fast pace. What's being done by Sanral at this point to assure motorists that you're doing all you can, if at all, you're tending to potholes with the urgency that it deserves?
To date, ever since we launched the Vala Zonke campaign meant to tackle this problem, we've had over 50,000 downloads of the app. We've had over 26,000 reported potholes. On the Sanral network itself, we've had about 618 potholes reported. And as an entity, we've got what we call a routine road maintenance program that fixes potholes within 48 hours of having been reported. So with regard to our national network, all 618 were fixed. Those that may not have been fixed would be within that 48-hour window period.
Have you received feedback about, residents who have taken the onus on themselves in terms of filling potholes? Have you received, those kind of testimonials from community members saying, listen, we haven't been waiting, we've decided by ourselves to actually fill these potholes?
Look, while we understand people will, take the initiative to fix the potholes on their own, we've seen that when we are monitoring the network. We don't have a sense of the numbers, but let me just also point out that roads and the construction and the fixing thereof is a science. So while we commend efforts by members of the community, we also must point out that there's a lot of science that goes into this. We've got to use proper material. Otherwise the road could just deteriorate even further.
Yeah, so you would advise against it. Is that what you're saying? That rather wait for Sanral instead of taking matters into your own hands, because so much goes into it, more than just filling sand into a pothole?
Correct. Rather wait for the road authority responsible for that section of the road, not necessarily Sanral, because, you're not in charge of provincial and local road networks.
Right. Well, Vusi, I appreciate you speaking to us about this morning, and thank you so much for your time. Vusi Mona, Sanral Spokesperson, thank you so much for joining us right here on the SA Morning. With that